the best defenders in FIFA 23 tier list. We're going to run through all these players that you can see on your screen, and we're going to talk about which one are the best, or which players are the best and the worst for your teams, or to potentially come up against. Let's get straight into this, starting off with Maldini's base card, his 88 rated left back card. I'm going to start putting that in B. We're going to have a nice solid starting point. It's a nice card. It's a much better card to have, in my opinion, as a centre-back Maldini. But yeah, that's what we're going to go with there. Next up, moving into Cordoba, his 86, 90 defending, 87 physical. I have not personally used this card or come up against it too much, so I am going to stick it in C based off the stats there, and I have seen people aren't too happy with packing him in the packs. Next up, though, we go into a gold card of Varane that takes above all of them. He's just OP in game. He's an A-tier defender at the moment. He's a really nice card to use. So many people are using him, and so many people are using this next man, Virgil van Dijk, and he is definitely an S-tier defender. He has been absolutely unbelievable on this game. I need to get him myself. He's class. I wish I had him. I just don't. Moving forward then, we are going to get Mendy in at A tier as well. A very, very good defender, and he also wins a lot of headers. At a left back is a very nice thing to have. I'll take it every day of the week. Skriniar up next, and I'm actually going to stick this guy in D tier. Do I think he's that bad? No, but is he anywhere near to the level of some other people on this list? No, and we're going to try and make this list kind of fair in terms of the grand scheme of things. Moving on to Alphonso Davies. We'll stick him in C tier as well. A player that is fast, but his defensive stats aren't that amazing, and I just think there's better options out there on the game, especially with the new chemistry system. You don't have to use him as a left back to maybe link Bayern Munich players. So that is what we're going to go with there. Next up, we have got Maldini, and we're going to stick him above Varane there in the A tier. Once again, another player I've not come across against too much in this game. When I have, he has been absolutely solid for people. Some people might even stick him in that S tier. Moving forward then, we have Laurent Blanc, a card, again, I've not come up against too much, but judging by his stats, we're probably going to stick him in C tier. I mean, I could be completely wrong on this, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts. This is just based off what I've come up against in the game. Moving on again, we've got Cannavaro here, another player we're going to stick in. We're going to stick him in the B tier there. I have come up against him a few times. He's been pretty solid. I don't think he's as annoying as Varane, but we're going to stick him there. Rijkaard up next, and you know what? This player here, as a centre-back, he's got very, very good stats, hasn't he? Let's be honest. We're going to stick Rijkaard there above him in the B tier. I'm trying to make this list as even as possible. In Zanetti next, and Zanetti is a class fullback, in my opinion, on the game. Is he quick enough, though? I'm going to stick him in B tier. Again, I think he's a nice card to have once again, but there are better options, and with the links this year, the icons aren't actually that good anymore. Moving up then, we've got Eder Militao, and this guy is going to go into this A tier. Another defender who is class, and we're going to stick him in A tier because I believe there's going to be some other defenders soon we're going to stick in this S tier list. Koundé, another player that's pretty good, but we're going to stick him in the B tier, you know. I think the three defenders above him are better, in my opinion, for your teams. I think Mendy's one of the best left backs in the game, especially for his price, which is really, really nice. Carlos Alberto, we're going to stick in... You know what, it's going to have to be A tier. That right back card at right back is actually filth. His base card, I'm not going to lie, terrible card. It's just not good. But I do have it in my team and use it. But that card there is actually a nice card to use. Moving forward, we do have Zambrotta at left back. Another player we're going to stick in C tier. Oh, you know what, actually? Zambrotta, we're going to actually move you there. We're going to move Rijkaard down and this guy down. We're going to go with that. That's what we're going to go with there. And we're actually going to just move that like that. And that's what we'll do there. A very nice card to have, and he is very, very good. The only fullback that I am going to be putting probably in the S tier in this list is going to be, or the icon fullback is Cafu. He is unbelievable. He's a great card to use in game. Get him if you can. Class card. Highly recommend. Next up then we have Cap Davila, or however you say his name, I'm not too sure. And I looked at getting this guy recently for my team as he's such a nice card. Do we stick him at left back in S tier or A tier? We're going to stick him at the top of A tier for now. I know he's really good. I know pros use it. In fact, no, I know 2 pros that use him and they swear by that man. So we're going to stick him there. Marquez next, a player I've not really used. I don't think... I've not used him. I've not heard too much about him on the game. But his stats do look quite nice. We're going to stick him there for now. Potentially he is going to get moved. Mascherano, again, another player I'm going to put in the B tier, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this list. I know this is a very controversial list, probably because a lot of these players I haven't used, but I'm basing it just off what I've seen so far on the game. This PK Rule Breakers card, 83 plate. This card is class, by the way. If you've not used that PK card, he is class. And to join him in the S tier is going to be Sergio Ramos. Them two cards at the back are genuinely solid. I've used both of them, and I think they're class. I think Virgil van Dijk is just the most solid centre-back on the game I personally have come up against there as well. You've got Perisic's shapeshifter card there. That's showing up as a cam. Is that a cam in game? I'm not too sure. We're going to leave that one out for now. Bonucci, shapeshifter next. I don't rate him. I don't think the card's that good. Not good. Alaba as well, another player going in that S tier list. An unbelievable card in the game. Munier then next. We're going to stick him in C tier. A nice card. It's got pretty good stats. We'll stick him there in that link as well. Rudiger's card is absolutely unbelievable. S tier now has more players than anyone else. Jesus, we've got a lot more S tier players. That Rudiger card, unbelievable. One to watch, still going to get upgraded. Unreal. Marvelous team of the week then, and we're actually going to stick this guy all the way in A tier towards the top because I don't think he's as good as some of the other defenders. I think he's slightly overrated because of how good he was last year personally. I don't have too much trouble coming up against him compared to the other defenders I've put in this list in the centre-back position. If you think he's better than Cafu or Capdevila, that's fair enough, but in my opinion, I'm not going to compare him there because he's a fullback. João Cancelo's card is unbelievable. Is it an A tier or is it it's an A tier? It's not an S tier, is it? It's just under. If he was a bit quicker, then I think he would be. We're going to go with this Frank Kraski card now, and the links are terrible. Polish, Ligan, he's just not worth putting in your team, and he's just not that good. Moving forward, we've got Gosens. We're going to stick Gosens there. I've used this card. It's a nice card to use. I highly recommend him. Not a bad player at all. He's just worth using. Moving forward, we have got Joe Gomez's card, 84 rated. We're going to stick him in B tier. There are so many players in this tier list, look, guys. We're going to stick him in B tier. And Godfrey, we're going to stick in C tier. Very, very similar cards. Personally, in my opinion, despite the stats, I think Joe Gomez is a little bit better to feel in game. There's the thing with FIFA. Some card stats are better. I have used both these cards in my teams, packed them both untradeable, have used both of them. And Godfrey, I don't know why, he just feels out of position a lot when I was using him. Let me know what you guys think. Are there any cards you use that just look like they're going to be really good and then they just never are where you want them to be? Next up then we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and once again another card going in B tier. It's a nice card. It was the road to the knockouts, and it's just a nice card to have. 90 pace, 86 defending, 83 physical, 83 dribbling. He gets down the wing really nicely. He kind of feels similar to the Reece James Rule Breakers card, apart from obviously the shooting and the passing side of things. But apart from that, I think they feel quite similar in game in terms of the way they dribble as well. This Tomori card is unbelievable, guys. I'm probably going to stick him above Varane, you know. In fact, I've not quite ordered these correctly, I'll be completely honest, up here. But I've just kind of shoved them in the list. But Tomori's class. We got him. We've been using him in the team. Almost lost him the other day in a team takedown with Capcom Tom, if you guys do want to check this out. Dumfries, we're going to stick towards the top of the B tier. It's not going to be 100%, but yeah, he's a nice card to use once again. Has some nice links there, has the Dutch links, has the Inter Milan links. He's got some nice links in game. Moving forward then, we got this card, just, it's a bit pants, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really rate it. I don't think it feels that good in game. Konate's road to the knockout then is going to go in A tier. He is one of my first team players. He is absolutely unbelievable, and I'm thinking Virgil van Dijk next to him in my team is going to be absolutely solid. Bremer, moving forward then, another card that is very, very good. We're going to stick in B tier, as he's just not quite to the level of the A tiers. We're going to ignore this Eder Militao because we already have one there. LaCroix up next, and I've not used him this year, and I've actually not heard too much about LaCroix this year, but the card itself does look rather solid, and I think a B tier would be a fair place to put him in. Frimpong up next, we got the German fullback, and I'm going to stick him C tier. You know, no, he's going in B tier because he's just rapid and he does feel nice in game, but he's like very close to being in C tier. If you wonder why some of these just aren't high up, it's just because with the card they think, like some of these icons, you might think, well, they're icons, they should be higher up. I just don't think in game they're as good as what they could be. And I think their other cards are just so much better than them. Lucio up next then. Again, another card I've not used but heard good things about. We're going to stick him in the A tier list on that one. Carl Walker's card is a straight up S tier card. It's so good. It's unbelievably fast. Play centre back, play full back. It's just a great card to have. Koulibaly, another one of them cards in FIFA that always looks nice but never plays that well in my opinion. We've stuck him in B tier. I know some people I know use that card and they swear by him. I did use him at one point. Wasn't a massive fan of him. I think Konate is a better card to use in game. And the stats are quite similar between the two as well. Moving forward then, Carvajal. I'm actually going to stick this guy in B tier as well. He's been a very, very nice card for me to use. I don't have this version. I have his base version. I used him for quite a while and he was very good. So I can only imagine that card is just going to be miles better. A Kanji next up in this list. We're just going to stick in C tier, or are we? No, we're going to stick him in B tier actually. The card looks like it should be good. It's just not that good. It's not that meta, and not many people are going to be using him. For the sake that this is a Tottenham player, we're just going to ignore that and stick him to the bottom of that one as well. Nuno Mendes in this team as well. We're going to stick him at the bottom of B tier. A lot of people use him. A lot of people love him, and I don't blame them. He's a nice card. He's very quick. I wish he was just a little bit stronger, maybe, and it really would help his card out. Araujo up next then, and we're going to stick him in C tier at the top. No, we're not. That's a lie. We're going to stick him in B tier. Another player. B tier is absolutely full of players here, but there's so many players that just can't be put in these brackets. I guess it is a centre ground for players on the game, so it does make sense. Next up, we do have Fofana's card, and another card that is just going to go in B tier, let's be completely honest. Theo Hernandez up next. This card is class. He's going into the A tier. It makes that A tier get into that next one. And then we've got Diego Dalot there next. And I don't get why his card looks that good on stats wise. He's not a good card. We're sticking him there. And last but not least, King Min Jae. This guy is actually really nice to use in game. We're going to stick him in B tier. We leave 2 cards out there. Let me know what you guys think of this squad or these ratings. This is just based off what I've come up against and what I've used. If I haven't used the card, it's obviously very hard to rate, and some of these cards you just don't come up against very often. So I've looked at the stats and bared in mind the links and that. So let me know what you think. Are any of these cards you absolutely love that I put low down, or any I put high up that you're thinking, whoa, I used him and he was absolutely terrible? Let me know. You don't have to slew me over your opinions, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Here's another video you guys might want to check out as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.